So you've probably ordered a t-shirt off a print-on-demand website and notice it's kind of like a sticker on top of the t-shirt. Have you ever wondered what that is? Typically, those are a transfer called DTF. So what is a DTF transfer? So DTF transfers are a type of transfer that goes onto a t-shirt. Basically, when you're making a DTF transfer, a type of vinyl is fed through a machine, and similarly to a regular printer that you use to print anything at home, it'll print the design on it, and then the final step of creating those is putting an adhesive on the back, and that adhesive allows the transfer to bond with the t-shirt it's printed on.
These transfers are basically like giant sheets or giant stickers, however you want to picture it, that you lay down on it, and all it takes is some heat to essentially cure it into the fabric. DTFs are a lot cheaper and a lot faster than the screen printing process is. All you have to do with the DTF transfer is you cut it out and you line it up on the garment however you like. We have the heat press, and from there, once you get your shirt and your transfer lined up just the way you want, you shift the heat press over, have it come down, press about 150 degrees for anywhere from 7 seconds to 20 seconds, depending on the transfer. And then once the press lifts up, you take the shirt off and you slowly can peel off the transfer, and then boom, it's on the shirt, on the bag, whatever you're printing on. Now with screen printing, the heat from flashes and the heat from the dryer is what cures the ink into the shirt that way, versus laying it on top.
Like screen printing, it's in layers usually, whereas like DTF transfers, you can get like a full color print in just like one go.
In one go. If we have a multicolored project, that means we have multiple screens to work with, and then there's multiple flashes that come into play in order to dry the ink before it moves on to the next screen for the next layer of ink, until the end when we pull it off and send it through the dryer, and it's a new beautiful t-shirt. Like we explained before, it's like one big sticker and one big layer essentially of all the colors in the print. And that's why you'll maybe buy, I don't wear anything DTF, but sometimes you'll feel like a t-shirt or a bag or something, and you can feel the entire texture of the design versus like the fabric, and you can't really fold it very nicely because it is just one giant hard almost sticker that just lays on top of whatever garment you have. Versus screen printing, it comes out nice and smooth. It just feels like it's part of the shirt. It's not a whole different thing that was added on top.
So DTF transfers, they're super affordable, and that is for a reason. Usually the appeal of DTF transfers is you can get a full color artwork without having to do like a big screen printing run with multiple colors. How we achieve like a full color print, we use multiple screens with multiple different colors to build up those colors to then have a full color image or artwork on the garment. It's like with DTF transfers, there like isn't empty space. So if like you had like a black, white, and green print, but you were printing it on a black shirt, it would still be black on top of the garment.
Yes. Yeah, with screen printing, sometimes people will utilize the shirt color within their design. So instead of having a screen, like if I have a pink shirt and there's pink in the design, instead of having a pink screen, we would just leave that space open and let the shirt show through to act as that missing color within the design. Versus with heat transfers, like Kai just said, all the colors are already there for you. They don't leave gaps like that.
With DTF transfers, it's not as easy to color match your artwork because every printer is different. So if you're ordering multiple DTF transfers, maybe you ordered one a month ago and you're ordering one now, it's more common that your blue will be a different color blue than what you ordered last time, because it all depends on the type of printer they're using. So they just upload the artwork into whatever they use to print, and that is just what goes on to the transfer that you're going to be using.
That's not how we do things when we screen print here. We do everything we can to match what the customer is looking for in terms of color, design placement, whatever.
Another thing is DTF transfers sometimes look different when you just have the transfer on hand versus when you actually apply it with heat. So sometimes that'll change the actual colors that are in the transfer as opposed to just what it's supposed to look like when you look at the transfer itself. So sometimes you'll get like a blue, and on the DTF transfer it looks blue, but then you'll heat press it onto something and it'll come out green. Do we color match the ink to the ink that's going in the screen or the one that's coming out at the end of the dryer?
So yeah, what we usually do, so we'll pick out a Pantone color that closely matches to the artwork. We'll go and mix it, and then we have little test screens and we'll test them on random shirts around here, and then we'll send it through the dryer, because once it comes through the dryer, that's like your final product. So you want to see what your final product is going to look like. So yeah, we always send it through the dryer, and then we'll take that shirt and go to the computer and match it from there. And from there, we can be like, oh, this needs some more black pigment or red pigment, whatever.
DTF transfers, they only match your artwork to what's actually coming out. They're not matching it to the final product after it's already been heat pressed.
And we get as close as we possibly can every time for the customer.
Screen printing, I would say, is much more detailed than DTF transfers. I mean, you're color matching the ink after it's already gone through the dryer and been cured rather than what it looks like before it's been cured. With screen printing, you still get the full range of colors and like a full image or artwork of a full color. It's just there's a lot more steps to it, but it's always going to look so much closer to the artwork you'd submitted to be printed than DTF ever would be. Just do screen printing instead, basically.
It's worth the effort. If you care that much about your artwork or whatever you're putting on your shirt, like it's worth it to just go with screen printing. I would say you're going to end up with much better quality garments and tote bags and whatever doing screen printing versus DTF. Screen printing is definitely better and cooler than DTF transfers.
Much more superior.
Very much so.
I hope you learned something from this video. And the only thing you should have learned is to not use DTF transfers ever.
That's pretty much the whole message here, I think.
That is our message. So if you're looking for screen printed t-shirts, hit us up.
Hit us up.
DTF sucks.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not our favorite.